everybody, and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you've been here before, as always, thank you, and welcome back. I have the privilege of interviewing an awesome millennial. We've heard so much talk about millennials and how the millennials are taking over the world. And you know what? And here's a perfect example of one of them. This is Tevin Thompson, who is an awesome graphic designer. Tevin, thank you so much for being here.
You know what? I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on your podcast, on your show. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. So now give a sense of your background. Tell us a little bit about Tevin, the world according to Tevin Thompson.
Well, you know, there's so much to tell, so I'm going to give you a little taste of who Tevin Thompson is, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in Los Angeles. I don't know what hospital I was born in. I was born downtown somewhere. I don't know. My mom had me, you know, the usual way. I came out crying. I grew up in South Central California, living in an apartment with my mom, my two brothers. I got two older brothers. I'm the youngest. I'm 24. We don't care about how old they are, but so I'm here. I've been drawing since I was real little. Like, my brother used to draw all the time. We used to watch cartoons, and I used to copy my brother all the time, drawing, copying what he did until, like, you know, develop my own style over time. And then in middle school, I, like, took off. I was drawing all the time, made my own style. So got in the Adobe suite. For those of you guys who know what Adobe is, like this big production company, and they have all this software for people who want to do like video editing, music, animation, stuff like that. So I got into Flash, which was an animation program, and I started animating, doing graphic design with Photoshop and everything. And all through high school, like, I was doing graphic design, freelancing here and there. And people know me, you know. People know me, and now y'all know me. So we here now, and I graduated from the Art Institute in 2015 with a bachelor's degree in media arts and animation, and now I'm out here.
So tell us, what made you decide to be a graphic designer, and what kind of artwork do you like to do?
I'm going to answer your questions backwards. The art that I like to do is whatever I want. Mainly cartoons, like Looney Tunes stuff, but not the Looney Tunes. I make my own characters. Peep me on Instagram. But, you know, I like to do logos, caricatures, graffiti art. I don't know if you guys ever seen graffiti art, but it's actually really nice art. And I make whatever comes to mind. I draw animals, I draw people, I draw cartoon characters, I draw a chess piece if I feel like it. It's just whatever comes to life. You know, I just draw, you know, a couch. If I want to draw a couch, I'm going to draw a couch.
Just so you guys know, we have this setting of a chess set here. I'll show you in a minute. Chess set, and we have these lovely patio furniture, which is why Tevin is just like, you know, going out there and just, see, he lives in the moment. That's what I love about Tevin. So what made you decide to go into graphic design?
Because I always like drawing. And you can make anything into a graphic. A cartoon character could be a graphic. People like stickers. Like, there's stickers like Goofy, Mickey Mouse, all these. But they're characters. But they still that's graphic design. Drawing a character is graphic design. These chess pieces, chairs, this is all, like, somebody drew this up. Somebody woke up one day and they said, you know what, I'm tired of sitting on the floor, so I'm finna make a couch. And people was like, what's a couch? This is what a couch is. And they was like, that's stupid. And now, look, we sitting on the couch right now. Because somebody decided to draw a couch, and then somebody made it because they thought it was a cool idea.
So everything starts with a drawing, yeah?
Everything starts with an idea and a drawing, because you got to put it down on paper. Everything starts with a drawing.
There's a lot of talk about being entrepreneurs. What, in your mind, is hard or easy about being an entrepreneur?
The best thing about being an entrepreneur is doing it. You could literally do whatever you want. Like, in America, people are like, you can do whatever you want, but people don't really understand what that means. Like, you could literally do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. If you're like, you know what, I want people to buy some socks that I like making, you could make some socks and be like, hey, I'm selling these socks for $10, and people gonna buy the socks. It's like, nothing's stopping you from doing it. The only thing that people think is stopping them is, oh, I don't have any money to pay my bills. Well, then go work for, like, Ralph's or something real quick, just on the side, so you can get the money to pay the bills. And then once what you're doing, once what you love to do starts generating money, then you can be like, hey, Ralph's, thank you, I appreciate it, you guys are cool, I'm out. By the way, you guys want to buy some socks? Because I know you guys. I saw you in the locker room, Jeffrey. Your socks is messed up, bro. I make some good socks. It's easy. What I was telling Miss Annie is that you have to let people know you're here. Because you can make socks all day in your garage. And if nobody knows you making socks, you just gonna be making socks, and they just gonna pile up. You gotta be out here on the street corners and stuff. Like starting off, you're not gonna have your own facility automatically. You're gonna be like on the side of the street. I see people selling flowers and stuff. Like they out there every day, whether people buy flowers or not, because they like, I know somebody gonna roll through and be like, what, those chrysanthemums look pretty nice today. Let me go ahead and buy some for my wife. I'm like, I forgot our anniversary. But you can literally do whatever you want. And if you need some money on the side, then go get you a little job, a little part-time job or whatever, just enough to pay your bills, and then you keep doing what you're doing.
So basically, get your name out there, get your art, get your name out there, get your work out there, get your just your product and your ability and your services out there.
That's right. Get you out there, because people like you. We got the internet. Like the internet is a giant platform to just communicate, and it's like most people use the internet for other reasons, like watch videos and they play games. But it's like a giant newspaper is the internet. It's like a newspaper that you just like put all over your face and stuff. Like, and that's it. You just got to tell people you hear. Somebody's gonna like it. Word of mouth. You could be doing it for, oh man, I've been doing it for like 5 months. Da, 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 da. Keep doing it. Do you like doing it? Do you really like doing it? Because if you don't like doing it and it makes you miserable every day to wake up and do the thing that you think that you wanted to do, then don't do it.
So tell us, what's new in the world of graphic designing?
Me. I'm new in the world of graphic designing, but I've been out here for a long time. What's in right now? Like people like standard. Like you see all these typefaces and all these letters. Like, no way. There's no, like Honda, Forever 21. There's not a whole lot of different types of fonts. People are kind of using the same thing. Like it's becoming like a formal thing, like graphic design. But you got people out here like me we just make stuff, and people are like, wow, that's different than what the norm is. So pretty much I would be like, graphic design is out of the norm. Like if you want people to notice you, make something that people are going to look at and question you for. I make art, so when people look at it, they're like, why'd you make that? Even if they ask in like a disgusting tone, like, why'd you make that? Oh, well, since you asked why I made it, let me tell you why I made it. I made it because I wanted to. And guess what? You gonna like it.
So when people come up with an idea, you just kind of customize it to, what they're feeding you, and then what you visualize it to be.
Because people don't know what they want. Like if someone hired me for like a graphic design job, usually 90% of the time they have no idea. They have like a basic image of what they have in their head, but my job is to literally make something that they'll like. Not, oh, I need to make this exactly how they want it. They give you basic ideas. I like the color red. I like birds. I want it to be like about kids, and you just go, okay, birds, something, kids. You can draw a picture of a little kid in like a bird, little onesie. You can draw a bird at school or something. Like you can just make stuff, and you're like, hey, like which one of these do you like? And they might look this over and be like, the first thing you draw, they might be like, oh snap, I want that. And you're like, cool. It might take you like 50 times, and so they're finally like, you know what, mix this and this and that and this together, and you're like, that, and they're, oh, wow, this is amazing. And you're like, yeah, I know. So
you're also a gamer, correct? So tell us about the world of gaming and what kind of games do you like?
I'm a hardcore gamer. I wouldn't say professional yet because there hasn't been any exchange of keep that under wraps. But what I'm saying, like games, like even games, that's all graphic design. That's art. Someone had an idea like, I want to create a world where you get a gun and you shoot these like aliens or whatever, and somebody was like, that's stupid, and then someone else was like, wow, let's do that. Video games. I play first-person shooters. For those of you that care, I'm talking to y'all. I play Overwatch, PUBG. It's mostly like PC games. I play on the computer because I'm on the computer all the time anyway because I draw and stuff. So it's like, why not? When I take a break, I don't really have to move. I get up, give me a sandwich real quick, and I come back on my computer and I play a little bit of Overwatch, League of Legends. I know somebody from League of Legends is watching this right now. Kid Yordle, that's me. Video games are a huge part of my life. They keep me motivated, to keep me inspired, and like whenever I need a break, I go to video games, or I talk to people too. I'm not antisocial, but I go to video games because it's just everything. It's just a whole nother world, and just being able to create another world is just like and seeing that world come to life and people wanting to learn more about your world and wanting to move around and play the characters in it, falling in love with your own characters. The whole point of entrepreneurship is you got to make people fall in love with what you're doing the same way you are. Like me, graphic design, like I want that. Like I love graphic design. Like I just make stuff. I got sketchbooks full of stuff that I even showed anybody. And you have to make them love it like you do.
So Tevin can totally talk your ear off if you haven't already guessed that. But he's got some really good nuggets about being an entrepreneur, about being a graphic designer, and about gaming and how it's kind of taken over the world. Do you have a Twitch account as well?
I do. It's not as big as my Instagram. Peep me on Instagram, Ninja KK3. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have all that information for you guys linked down below. You'll check out his Instagram and his Twitch and any other social media channels. I'll have all that information for you down below in the description box.
They're all connected to my Instagram, so it's cool.
In a perfect world, what's your dream job?
Well, I'm doing it. That's it. That's it. My dream job is exactly what I'm doing. Waking up every day happy. Just like I wake up excited. Like, what am I going to make today? Like, I don't have to worry about, I got to be so-and-so on time. Like, those are for like little side jobs. Like that's somebody else's dream. That's what a job is. That's what like going to work is. You are helping somebody else fulfill their dream. And a lot of people run into dead-end jobs that way because they're like, well, you know what? I have this dream and I'm going to work here just for a little bit just so I can get my dream going. But then they put so much time into this other person's dream that they forget about theirs and they give up on their own dream. So they get stuck in dead-end jobs and they're like, I've been at this job for 30 years, but I haven't been happy because I got stuck here. And it's like the only person that can get you stuck there is you. If you really want it, you going to get it. You going to trust in yourself and be like, this is going to generate money. Maybe not now. I might be living in my car for the next 3 weeks. You don't want to do that. But nobody wants to do that. But are you willing to give up? Are you willing to sacrifice for your dream? And the people who make it are the people that sacrifice for their dream. Like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. My mom talks about them all the time. They lived in their cars. Like they lived in their cars. You have to put yourself out there or else no one's going to know you exist.
So Tevin, tell us, where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years from now?
On another podcast.
Yeah.
Another Annie Talks in 5 years. In 5 years, I'm gonna be all over the place. You guys gonna see my work everywhere. I'm gonna be with Disney because Disney gonna want me. Like Disney gonna see me and they're gonna be like, we want him to help us with this. I'm gonna be like, no problem, because we live in each other's dream. I'm helping you with your dream, and while I'm helping you with your dream, I'm living mine. So Disney, they gonna want me. Nickelodeon, they gonna want me. Activision, y'all gonna want me because I'm out here and I'm doing it. So in 5 years, I'm gonna be sitting on my couch, chilling on the computer, working with, not for, working with all these companies, and they gonna want me because they know I'm a beast, and I know I'm a beast.
Parting words for our followers and our listeners. What's one takeaway that you could impart to them?
Be yourself. And I know a lot of people say that, and a lot of people misinterpret it as like, well, I am myself. It's like, no, like, who are you comfortable being? Are you a shy person by nature? Like, are you naturally shy? And then be shy. You don't have to come out and pretend to be this loud, outgoing person if you're not. People fall in love with people about who they are. And if you know who you are and you're confident and you act how you act no matter what, people are going to flock to you. People who like you for who you are going to come to you and be like, hey, man, like, you want to be friends? Or you'll see somebody that you want to hang out with and you're like, huh, I'm going to hang out with that person. You make some friends. And it's literally like the world is, there's three things this world's made up of: confidence, people, and persuasion. You got to be confident in what you're doing to persuade people that what you're doing is worth their time. And it's people. Disney's big because people want to go to Disneyland. Celebrities are big because people know them and give them their money and their time. All this stuff is people. Like, the world is made up of people, and without people, you're not gonna survive. In the end, you need people. Like, literally, you need people to survive, and you have to show people, like, hey, like, what I'm doing, I'm really passionate about what I'm doing, and like, I really need you guys to support me in what I'm doing. And people are gonna be like, hey, like, I like what you're doing too. I think you're a really cool person, and I'm going to support you. And you're like, you know what? But you also got to learn to be humble. A lot of people, they switch up. Like, in the beginning, they're so sincere, and they really mean it. They're like, thank you so much for, like, 100 followers. And then when they get to 10 million, they're just like, oh, I'm balling. You know what I'm saying? Oh, forget all the little people. And then people are like, we made you.
So tell us once again, what are those?
Confidence, persuasion, and people. You got to be confident to persuade people that what you're doing is worth it.
And humbleness.
You got to humble yourself. Time is the one thing that we always use that is like the most important thing. You always use time. Your time is important, and you have to show people what I'm putting my time into is important, and I think you should put your time into it too. Time and people are like the two most important things in this world, because without time, ain't nobody doing nothing. And without people, ain't nobody doing nothing. You just going to be in your garage making socks. Like
back to socks.
Trying to figure out how you're going to feed your kids. You just got to do it.
Well, Tevin, thank you so much. World of nuggets for everybody, including myself. So I truly appreciate it. Thanks for coming on my show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on your show. She's awesome. Follow her on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff. She's awesome. Annie Talks.
Thank you. Well, that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, be sure to rate and review this podcast, because when you do, all the algorithms are there and people will be able to find this podcast easier. I want to thank my guest, Tevin Thompson, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button so that when we upload an episode, you all will be notified. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and keep listening to Annie Talks.
This episode of Annie Talks is brought to you by Luxwear Trends, affordable, luxurious timepieces for every occasion. Luxury that lasts forever, and that's what sets us apart from others. Find them on Facebook and Instagram, or visit luxweartrends.com. That's LUXE weartrends.com.
Hello, this is Tevin Thompson, and you've been listening to Annie Talks, the talk radio show where Annie talks. And you listen, no questions asked. And if you don't want to listen, you're going to. Goodbye.